Alright, so I'm sorry the last video got cut off. I've been having a lot of problems with that recently. And I'm sorry if this one gets cut off prematurely. It's whatever, I guess, is the saying. Something that's real hard for me is not seeing my friends in person, not communicating with them in person. If I was an all-out terrorist, I wouldn't kill people. I'd just destroy the internet. Force people to be human again. Instead of going out of their way to take everything as twisted and fucked up and contorted as they can. All you need is a bad reading. One person, if they read what you wrote, they read it in a sarcastic tone, but you were dead serious. Some people might read it in a serious tone when you were making a joke. You never know how people are going to interpret it, especially in writing. If you write a one-page description of something and you have two artists draw it out, the two pictures are not going to be the same. If you write out all of the dimensions on that, you could probably take it to a draftsman, two different draftsmen, and have them draw the same thing. But not just a visual description. Well, there's a big fluffy thing that's blue, and that's on top of the airship, and that's what keeps it afloat. Like, wow, what makes it blue? What's the fluffy stuff? Oh, well, he puts the description. It's like, wool. Oh, well, that's cool. Blue wool. Problem is that most of my friends, the only way that I have to communicate with them is across the internet, through text messaging. That's about it. Most of them don't have time to call. Most of these people who drop me off like a bad habit, well, that was shitty for them to do. But I want you to know that their reasons for being afraid are legitimate. The issues that most of these people were having with their families that prevented them from being able to help me the way they promised. It wasn't my fault. First of all, it wasn't my choice. I didn't make these people get sick. I didn't make people get stalked or beaten up. Those were things in their personal lives that prevented them from helping me the way that I needed, the way that they had promised. Are they bad people? Is Mandy Hughes a bad person? Because she never followed through with going in with me to make the police do their jobs? Is Alyssa Rainwater a terrible person for standing me up on that as well? Is Tabitha Michelle Cook an evil person because she never wrote that report? You know, all these people have legit reasons for why they didn't keep their word. All of these people have legit reasons. Legit reasons that were never in court because they never spoke up. A lot of them claim that they did, and I'd like to believe that they did. But I want to see proof that you did. I show so much evidence on here. There are thousands of videos, thousands of them. Instead of saying I never post up any evidence, go back and look. Now, let me show you how the internet is more important than real life. There's these people that I cry about, people that I want to blow my goddamn head off every day because I can't see these people. I can't see any of them without being abused if I try. None of them are understanding that that is what has been making me want to blow my goddamn head off this entire time. I can't see my loved ones and the things that other people have done, other people's decisions have prevented me from doing that. Prevented me from seeing my loved ones without fear of abuse for things I didn't even do. And it's not just fear of being assaulted. That's not all the abuse that I have to endure confined situation. I also have to endure the fact that if a police officer shows up, I'm the one who gets the rope. I'm the one with the mentally ill tag. You can do whatever you want to me. Call me mentally ill. And it's fine. And the next guy down the road can do it too. So can the next one. Everybody knows. Everyone in America knows that they can get away with doing that. Unless there's somebody there with that person. You're mentally ill, so nothing you say, no matter what, is credible. That's why I collected the evidence. That's why I'm trying to show you the evidence. Do not take my word for it. Look at the goddamn evidence. Do not believe me. Look at the evidence. A lot of people told me, oh, Sean, I don't need to see that. I believe you, Sean. You've always been honest with me. Sean, you have always been honest with me. I don't need to see that. I believe you. I'll help you. A year down the road, they're like, fuck you, Sean. I never promised to help you. I never said I'd help you. I got my own shit going on. You don't know anything about what I've been going through for the last year. You're right, I don't. I've been too busy being abused because you never come forward and told the goddamn truth. Many of these people are afraid of getting in trouble, having their other friends who hate me over slander stop being friends with them if they tell the truth. Chelsea Worthing knows that Katie Whiteman is a goddamn liar, but Chelsea Worthing, what's her excuse? Because of her disability, it's hard for her to make friends. Do you know what her disability is? Chelsea Worthing is autistic. She's not retarded. She's autistic. Big fucking difference. She has a speech problem. So no matter how intelligent she is, there are people who are going to hear her speak and just assume that she's retarded. She's not. She knows damn good and well what'll happen if she speaks up and tells the truth. Katie will go after her with a vengeance. Katie won't give a fuck either way. And Katie's her best friend. Now, that video thank you, Bobby Red. Natalie was suicidal. At the time of her death, I don't know. I know that Officer William Barr told me that, yeah, the Craigslist ad was real. All right, so let me show you this. This is what I post up. I typed, this was just posted yesterday. It already has almost 120,000 views. This is that Rob Gavin. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I don't want to mispronounce it, so I'm just not going to say it. The bizarre case of Natalie Bollinger, seriously strange, number 114. It's on my YouTube. I don't know why it's not focusing. What the hell's going on with that? Maybe if I put my hand above it. I don't know. See, they got that picture that Janine took of me, the one where I look super psycho and everybody tries to pretend I'm crazy and all that. Shit, now it turned off and it's going to have to refocus again. Well, let's scroll down it and read some of the comments. Some of these are names that you might recognize from my stories. No, it's not me typing to myself. Jan Hansen typed, so now it has been made public how you were mistreated. I hope you find some peace. I typed, me too. Marissa Ackerley typed, Sean Schwartz, congratulations on proving your innocence. I typed, except for the fact that it is not in the court of law. It doesn't matter how much evidence you have when people don't look at it. It's a start, though. This woman, her name is Chris Lacan. So it freezes up again. I typed except I didn't post it. Somebody else made it. Sarah Rubiolo. She typed, so glad you got your name cleared. I never once thought you did it. I'm so sorry what you went through. Humans can be so cruel. I'm sorry, Sean. Sarah Rubiolo, I showed a picture of her earlier. She was one of the people I helped find. I went for her high school graduation and got to meet her mom. When Natalie disappeared because she was in Colorado, I got a hold of her, see if she'd get the word out, and she did. That's where Katie Whiteman and Maddie Boa and a bunch of other people I never did any harm got on there, wanting to slander my name and accuse me of crimes I didn't commit. I'm used to that out of Maddie. Didn't expect that out of Katie Whiteman. Although I should have, she's always been a drama hound. Heather Cassine typed, this breaks my heart all around such a sad situation. I know how much you were harassed and mistreated, and I'm glad some light was shed and that you find peace. I'm so sorry what you went through, and I hope this makes others aware and a stop is put to it. Me too. The problem is, how do you break through the blue line of bullshit put up by the police? How do you fight the system? Work together. Democratia, people power. Human power. Not black power, not white power. Problem is, where I'm at now, pretty much all of my positive friends are on the internet. Most of them aren't so positive on the internet. Most of them take shit wrong on the internet. Most people can't tell if I'm being sarcastic on the internet. Then there's a lot of people who wanted to help me, right? And these people who don't know me who wanted to help me had all sorts of crazy ideas. I'm like, oh my God, where did you get that idea from? Yeah, no, not even close. How did I hear about Rob's video? Somebody sent me a link to it. The problem is, most of these people are just my friends over the internet, and most of them not even that anymore. We used to be friends in real life. We used to take care of each other in real life. We used to give each other blankets, protect each other's gears, and look out for each other while we were sleeping. We used to make kitchen camps together. And we used to have enforcers because we had to separate it into A and B camp. That's alcohol camp and bud camp. No, you can't have a bunch of alcoholics in a camp that's run by people who are peace loving. It just doesn't work. The more alcohol you consume, the less oxygen goes to your brain, and the more of a fucking idiot you are. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it either. Well, nothing that's legal. If I steal your beer, I broke the law. If I steal your vodka, I broke the law. And also, you're highly volatile because you're an alcoholic, and you're likely to stab me to death for it. So, they're a fucking animal. Oh my God, there's a baby possum in here. You are so fucking cute, but I know there's a mama. All right. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this little guy, but we're certainly going to try. All right. His head is just barely sticking out underneath that log. You see him moving down there? Baby opossum. I don't know how he got in here. Ah! Holy shit, he hissed. That scared the holy fuck out of me. No, Bobby. Natalie asked me not to shave. I'm not going to. She's not here to ask me to shave it. I gotta figure out how to get this possum out of here because they do bite. They can carry rabies. I'm sorry, I didn't get to continue too much more about the video. I suppose I can talk while I'm working on this. Did you guys get to see the possum? I'll have to go through the video. I'm fucking. Maybe if I catch him while we're on video here, I can show him to you. I really don't want to catch him. I'm not sure if I have anything heavy enough to put him in, and I sure as shit am not going to reach in there and try to grab him. All right. He's coming back out now, so we'll take a look. Buddy, I'm not going to hurt you. You want a raspberry zinger? I got a raspberry zinger for you. Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you, and I'm not going to kick you out tonight, okay? I'm actually going to open the door here so you can leave whenever you want. Put some food out here and see if you want to sit. It's not real food. It's a raspberry zinger. These things are little trash bunnies, so it should be all right. I better unplug it. Oh my god, my fucking back. We'll see if we can get the little guy to come out with some food. Well, that's not exactly keeping it out of the way, is it? Alright, I'm going to test the camera and see if I can see that little guy. So now this is something I used to do with Natalie. Oh, I got an idea. I have a stick. If I open the door and I poke him with a stick, he might come out and take a look. He might get the hell out of here. I don't exactly want to be mean to him. For the most part, they're harmless, but he's enclosed with a human, and he can't get out, and he will get scared, and he will freak out. If he comes over to sniff me at night and I freak out, he might bite me, and that is not a fun prospect. The door is wide open. He can go. Chair right in the way so that he has somewhere to go. And then we will wrap my bedding stuff around the bottom of this basket so he can't get in this way. See if we can carry him out your way. Now let us find a long stick and poke him out. Hopefully he doesn't come this way and try to bite me. This fucking hurts my back. He needs to get the fuck out of my camper. Maybe this will work. I don't want to do anything fucking mean to get him out of there. I'm afraid if I move it, it'll fucking crush him. Plus, and look at the size of this goddamn. Ah. Well, I had some sort of like a spray or something to spray in there, something that's non-toxic. But the closest I got is fucking tame. And that's not non-toxic. I don't know if you guys have seen this little head pop out yet. He might be hiding. And see, this is obsession. I'm obsessed with finding the little bastards so I can prove that I have one in here so that I can yet again prove that I am not, in fact, hallucinating. Oh my god. Oh. There, that one. Please come out. Well, fuck it. Holy shit. Welcome to my camper. On my horse trailer, anyway. This is what I basically have to replace all of the loved ones I don't get to see. I like making things better. I like helping people. I like saving lives. I like who I used to be before all of this happened. I hate the things that I had to do to defend myself. Oh, excuse my bedroll. Shoot at me. Look at the pokey stick and move any of this debris out of the way. That will show his head. We will be able to see him. So we'll clear out a little bit more room for him to get through there. God, I hope I didn't kill him when I moved it. I mean, I didn't move very far. I couldn't, you know. I know the guy I'm staying with left his flashlight in here. I don't think he came back in for it. So, let's see. Fuck it. A lot of people want to accuse me of being obsessed with Netflix. That's bullshit. I'm obsessed with the truth and I'm obsessed with justice. I know that little fucker is gonna pop out as soon as I fucking it down. Let's see. It was too dark, couldn't see. Definitely don't recommend grabbing. Deal with depression, anxiety, and recommendations on how to deal with it. Yeah, good friends. Go find somebody positive with similar interests. Especially if you're autistic, we tend to not socialize enough, mostly because we're not allowed to take part in the other reindeer games. Fucking hole under there, so you can hide under there indefinitely, basically. If you got a perfect life and you're still depressed, you might need drugs. You might need some sort of a antidepressant or something might help. But if your environment fucking sucks and you're overwhelmed, them pills aren't gonna help. They're gonna fucking make you stupid long enough for you to lose everything. Let's see, body be red. Let's see. I know I'm not Sean, but while he fights the possum, I have those same issues too. Therapy and meditation usually help me when I don't want to take meds. Bobby Red type, thank you. And then when I have panic attacks, I try breathing exercises and try to disconnect from my thoughts. It's not easy at first. Professional help is always a good start. I've noticed between meditating on a problem that needs solved and actually doing something about the problem that meditating is a good start. I mean, 5 minutes of planning is worth 30 minutes of work, right? I am so paranoid about Mama. I mean, this one's too big to be in a pouch now, but it's still a fucking possum, and it's still a baby. Thanks, that helps. You're welcome. Bobby, I have an app called Virtual Hope Box. Hopefully this will help more of you, where I use the controlled deep breathing section as a guide to get out of my head and breathe. April, she wrote breathe again because the first one she didn't put the E on the end, so it's just breath. We'll check it up, April. Thanks. This is most of my actual socialization, and it's the majority of the positivity that I get too. It sucks because it's not in person. I'm sitting on a bucket. No, that was not a possum. That was a bunch of Java Monster cans falling over. But none of these standing as well. She gets to see all of her loved ones, and her comparison between her not getting to see hers and me not getting to see mine, she's not able to make the time to go see them. That's her problem. Doesn't have the time, doesn't have the money. Pretty simple. It's a lot nicer situation than I'm dealing with. A lot nicer. I What she was is that I already knew what help I needed. All the help you're telling me to get, I've already jumped through those hoops. And then you tell me, oh, well, why are you still doing this? Why are you still doing that? If it doesn't work, why don't you do something else? Well, I try something else. You don't like my something else. Obviously, no matter what I do, someone's going to be unhappy about it. No matter what I do, there are going to be people who don't like my choices. There are lots of people who are like, Sean, I don't know why you don't just get on disability. And that was before I screwed up my back. And if I don't get on disability, they're going to treat me like shit. My dad's part of that group. Then there are the ones that are like, dude, you just need to get a fucking job. If you don't have a job, I'm going to treat you like shit. Fuck it. You can't make anyone happy. My unhappiness comes from the fact that, unlike Miss Peaches, I don't get to see my loved ones because of threats and violence and harassment, police corruption. I don't get to see my loved ones because I did the right thing. I don't get to see my loved ones because I protected them. How does that work? Well, it's the guy who's always going around helping people that everybody's like, oh, well, you know, he's got it all together. He's helping people. No, I need help too. There's a lot of those people who it was supposed to be a mutual thing. They were going to help me and I was going to help them. It just didn't happen. I fulfilled my end. They didn't fulfill theirs. And then I'm a bad person for saying, hey, you screwed me by not keeping your word. Oh, fuck you, Sean. Fuck you. You're this and you're that. And you fucking do this and you do that. You just hate women. Fuck you. I don't just hate women. I hate men too. I'm an equal opportunity hater. If you're a child molester, I'm a hater. I'm not going to talk about how great and wonderful a person you are. Bobby Red, Sean, can we hear about your history, your childhood, your mental state now? You're portrayed as a nut. I am a nut. You don't go through the shit that I've gone through and not come out a fucking nut. My childhood. Well, I was born to the second son of Angela K. Bruns and Brian David Schwartz. I was born October 18th, 1980 in Scottsbluff, Nebraska. They couldn't stay off the cocaine, and my dad was always cheating on my mom, and my mom was always cheating on my dad. My mom's the same today. I mean, shit, she's an old lady who looks like a troll, but if she can get some, she'll get some. When I was 4, me and my older brother Eric, we went into the foster care system. Our first foster home was outside of Scottsbluff, Nebraska. We didn't know it at the time, but the reason that we were in that foster home is because Mom couldn't have us because she was in court-ordered rehab for cocaine. Dad couldn't have us because he was in prison for cocaine. So I spent my first year or so in a really good foster home. I mean, it was fucking great. God, I fucking scared shitless that little bastard's gonna come out and bite me. Um, Cute little critter hut, right? I actually feel bad for screaming at him. All right, getting back to the question. So this first foster home in Scottsbluff, to get them to send us to Colorado to the temporary foster care system there. No, I haven't, Luke Berry. You typed, have you spoke to Rob since the video? Matter of fact, I should get on sending my number. I was planning on doing that tonight. God, those guys will play dead for fucking hours too. I don't have the strength to lift that thing up, or I would, just to scare them the fuck out of there. My mental state now, I'm better than I was for the last 2 years. Having housing, despite the fact that I don't actually stay there, having the housing helps. Having this trailer helps. This trailer helps out more than the housing. As far as my emotional state goes, and my panic attacks, because this thing's mine. Um, but having the place up on Hilltop, that allows me an address and a mailbox, a place that I can have stuff sent. Um, you're right, April. She typed, emotional support is important, and it sucks that you don't have that in person right now. But many people subscribe to your channel and could possibly provide more online support and listening. I'm gonna warn y'all, there's some scary shit on here. I don't hold back. When I'm having a fucking severe panic attack, I'll get on and scream. If I've listened to a married couple fight over retarded shit all day, um, yeah, I might get on and scream for a while. I'm having a fucking breakdown. These people drove me fucking crazy. Being gang stalked, being treated like you're a piece of shit, and then people pretending that the things that they did, they didn't actually do. That's why saving evidence is important. That's why it's important to be able to know how to take screenshots. I mean, shit, if I could have taken screenshots of what Tim Beeston was sending me, I'd have just zipped them right over to Natalie, along with the other threats that I was receiving. I do believe that if Natalie had believed me, she would have put a stop to it. Now, Tim Beeson's messages between him and I, they're still on Facebook. They haven't been destroyed. They're still there. It's not like that's something that didn't happen. I mean, you can go through this very same YouTube channel and see those things, see them with your own two eyes. Oh, shit. Now there's fucking bugs flying around. I got the lights on. That's always pleasant. Um, Here's the thing about being portrayed as a nut. That's mentally ill. Throughout my entire life, anytime somebody does something wrong to me, they just call me mentally ill and it's magically okay. You can steal from me and call me mentally ill. You can beat the fuck out of me and call me mentally ill. I know this for a fact because I've had people do that my whole life. You're mentally ill. You're mentally ill. My mom steals my money with Doug Cowden and snorts it up her nose and calls me mentally ill. She kicked me out of the house because when she was supposed to go talk to Doug, who was staying on the property, about getting my money back because I was working for him, what him and my older brother did to rob me of that money was just wrong. When Mom said she was going to go out and take care of it, she didn't. She went out and had sex with Doug instead. Came back with coke on her nose and her shirt unbuttoned fucking weird, or buttoned up weird. Hair fucked up. Yeah. My stepdad's an idiot. Fucking, he's desperate. He'll stick with a woman who cheats on him. Mitzolis says, does Natalie family still threaten you? They seem like very dangerous people listening to some of your other videos. No, they don't. See, that's the thing, is that because I was illegally prevented from going to my court dates, they got to get protection orders against me. And I was illegally prevented from going to court. All of my predators are protected. Something that on that video from that Rob fella, Ted Bollinger's talking about that. How lucky Lopez is because he's protected. No, Ted Bollinger, you're protected. Your cronies are protected. Ted's a very dangerous person. By the way, he, I believe, is still in jail in K County. Oh, there he is. Looks like a baby rat. You see him? You see him? Oh my god, you little fucking cutie. You guys see him? Tell me that you see him. Oh, he can get out of there. Did you see him? All right, 41 minutes. I'm gonna have to come back and start at 40 minutes. We'll try one more time. I don't know how to point this thing. That's him right there. Sticking out, there's his tail. Oh, he's fucking stuck. I secured that too nice. Did you guys see him though? Please tell me you saw him. I'm glad you're on my side, but did you see the baby opossum? I know, because I can't see it when I'm pointing this at him. I can't tell if it's pointing at him or not. Yes, you saw him? Very good. I told you I wasn't fucking hallucinating. See, that's the thing about the term mentally ill. Natalie Bollinger prayed on that because she knew she could. Her whole family prayed on that because they knew that they could. Something my mom prayed on too. Something my dad prayed on as well. My dad could beat on me all he wanted. He'd just tell the cops that I'm mentally ill. My dad could beat on me all he wanted. He'd just tell the cops that I'm mentally ill. Okay, Dad. Fuck you too. You didn't see it, Bobby? I guess I'll have to go through and see if I actually caught him on here at any point. He was a lot smaller than I thought. Between trying to get help from these people so that I can go see them, what they weren't understanding is that I don't get to see them. I'm hoping that a mama didn't come in here and bring all of her babies in. I don't even remember where I was at. Probably being overwhelmed. I'm not doing well. What's life been like since Natalie's case? Well, it's been a lot of police officers. Um, well, I still have to deal with it every single day. Every single day, I have to deal with the fact that I had a lot of friends that I loved very much that ran away because they wanted to be friends with predators. I have to deal every day with the financial situations I've been forced into. I got to deal with every day the fact that I can't see my three favorite people on this planet because one of them is dead, one of them's in Boulder where I can't go, and one of them's with his dad in Kansas. His mom hates me. What you're not getting is it's not just Natalie who died, and it's not just Natalie who I miss. Miss Peaches wasn't understanding that her not coming forward wasn't just preventing me from seeing her, it was preventing me from seeing everybody. If somebody starts spreading rumors like that, like you got one chance to try to fucking clear your name and try to get that shit in court. But if they call you mentally ill, there's not a goddamn thing you can do but take it. I've harassed a lot of people since Natalie died. I've said a lot of really mean things, and you're welcome for that. Some of them mean things are what got down to the bottom of it. Don't lie to an intelligent person, especially if they're an overthinker. With the Jamie situation, the more hell you put me through, the more I'm gonna dig. If that bullshit with James had stopped, which would have required Jamie to stop playing, of course. But if that situation with James had stopped, that would have been the end of it. Now, I'm not going to pretend that Jamie was bruised up. She was severely bruised up. Fact is, though, Jamie told me that James didn't actually rape Jackie. She said it in a very condescending and mean way, and I understand she had gotten back together with James by that point. Don't hype it up like James is some sort of fucking terrible fucking monster if he's not. I've spoken to a lot of people that know James. I have spoken to James myself. James seems like an intelligent and compassionate human being. Does that make it all right to have her body was bruised? No. But at the same time, if she's beating on him, he has the right to push her off. And because she's getting hit, he's going to have extra adrenaline. And because he's a big motherfucker, it's going to hurt. Am I making excuses for him? No, absolutely not. I'm not making excuses for her either. I wasn't there. But now we got his side and her side. That's a situation that, as much as she wants to go, oh, well, that's not everybody's business. The fact is, or it's not your business. The fact is, she made it my business. When I was on my trip to go see Miss Natalie, so that she wouldn't fucking kill herself over the way that her fucking parents and her ex-boyfriend were treating her. Yeah, I turned around. Go rescue Miss Jamie. I figured if she's telling me, she literally said, typed to me, I need a hero. If you're my friend and you let me know that you need a hero, I'm gonna fucking show up. And that's probably how they'll get me. Someone like Alicia Bollinger will call me up and say, Sean, I need a hero at the Arapahoe County Jail. I'd probably go. Yeah, it's probably a trap. But I was pretty sure that situation with Natalie on the 16th of December of 2017 was a trap, and I was right. I still went. I spoke out about that before I went. All of this stuff that I was right about, I can say that I was right about because I have proof that I was right about it. There's proof on my Facebook, that very same video that I made on my way to go see Natalie at her request. She wanted to meet at Starbucks in Boulder. And if you read the messages between her and I during that period of time, you read the stuff that she was messaging with Tim, oh my God, that is a fucking complete 180 from what she's texting with me. Then again, this guy is threatening me and harassing me, threatening my friends and family, and he's also helping her with the police. Pick one or the fucking other. I tried being a reasonable human being. I tried to get help from the source. I tried to get help from my friends. I tried to get help from the authority figure. This is what we were taught to do as children in the system. You know what happens when you go to the authority figure? Shit gets worse. You get hear that white boy's a bitch. White boy's a bitch. Fucking snitches get stitches. That's the mighty big problem to have when the cops hate you because you told on cops. And the other people locked up hate you because you talk to the cops. I talk to the cops because I'm trying to turn in cops. They didn't do a goddamn thing about any of the assaults that I received in the jail. Not by the police, not by the other inmates. The guards were egging that shit on. They fucking loved it. That's what happens when you're falsely accused of assaulting an officer. An officer, by the way, with a history of assaulting people, both before and after me. When he assaulted that man, when he was an officer on duty, in uniform, in Denver, when he assaulted that man, he should have gone to prison for assault. I can guarantee you that wasn't his first offense. Just the first time he got caught. Then he got caught again with me and 6 more people after me. Because why? Because instead of putting him in prison for the violent criminal that he is, they hired him on in Boulder. They're like, oh, you're violent? You're violent against inmates and homeless people? We love you. Come join our family. We'll protect you. Go hurt as many homeless people as you want. But none of these people are understanding. None of these people who didn't come forward because they wanted to be friends with my predators. At least I got them to admit it. Good fucking start, ain't it? Natalie should not be fucking dead. The cops should have done their fucking jobs. This should have been dealt with without the cops. Natalie should have talked to me one-on-one, like she had been begging me for. Begging me. And yes, I have proved that as well. Telling me that that's all she wanted. All she wanted. But no, you got to have your scapegoat. When you go out and find somebody to victimize, you don't go after the person that victimized you. There's a reason they victimized you. You're smaller. You are a tinier animal on the food scale. So you, in turn, go and take that out on somebody else who is a tinier animal on the food scale. White dude takes it out on his wife. Wife takes it out on black dude. Black dude takes it out on his wife. She takes it out on a homeless person or her kids. That homeless person is probably white and they're probably going to go take it out on a black homeless person or an immigrant homeless person because they're smaller on the human scale. But they're not. Black people, whether they're homeless or not, they're human beings. Just like white people are human beings. Just like immigrants are human beings. Just like Americans are human beings. You know what? Muslims are human too. So are Christians. A lot of people get mad about the stuff that I post. They're like, that's anti-Christian. You hate all Christians. You know why I post that? I get sick of reading shit like that about Muslims. I've never been harmed by a Muslim. Never. Never. Been harmed by plenty of Christians. A lot of people make excuses. They're like, well, you don't know any Muslims. How do you know? Boulder, Colorado has a pretty large Muslim population. The system has a large Muslim population. You know, most of the Muslims in prison are converts. They converted to Islam from Christianity. When I type that stuff that you don't like me typing, how do you think it makes me feel? Albeit I'm not a Muslim. How do you think it makes me feel having a penis when you blame your bad dating decisions on all men? You're attracted to the dominant fucking male monkey pig dog. Pick whatever adjective or whatever insult out of that you want to fucking put on whoever you want. I don't fucking care. When it comes down to it, you have animal instincts. You make your decisions based on your animal side. You base who you hate and who you like and whose side you're on based on something hardwired into your brain called progression of the species. You want your genetic line to carry on. Yours in specific. You will lie, cheat, steal, and destroy lives to get that. A good man tries to help out the woman that you want to fuck. Well, he's competition, even if he's not trying to fuck her. So you got players. They just want to fuck everything. And they want to tell you every other dude out there is terrible. No matter what, anything that any other dude does for you, it's because he's trying to get into your pants. No matter what, that's what it must be about. And that's what we teach women. All men want to do is get into your pants. That is all they're interested in. And they spout this propaganda left, right, and center. It's like women became the Nazi party, but then again, I look at the men, I'm like, that's the Nazi party too. Holy fuck. The Nazis going to war with the goddamn Nazis. This is fucking insane. Bunch of goddamn wingnut bullshit, if you ask me. And people are like, you're crazy, you're crazy. No, I have meltdowns because of the massive quantity of abuse I'd have had to go through. Having to live with fucking drug addicts and alcoholics who are constantly screaming over stupid shit because their brains are deprived of oxygen. Now, Midsolis typed, I'm glad the truth went out before you had to take the situation any longer. You don't deserve all that bullshit. Never did. Well, I'm still going through it. Just because the gentleman made a video doesn't mean that anybody's going to do anything. It doesn't mean that I'm going to get the national attention of the other people who were abused by those very same officers. It doesn't mean that NBC Dateline or Nightline or whatever is going to want to talk to me. It doesn't mean the stations that talk to Zed Atkins want to talk to me, or Samuel Leon Lawrence IV, or, well, any of the other victims. I'm the only victim that wasn't spoken to or about. I'm the only victim who they didn't mention. Yes, Waylon Lelatai, he was there with the Zed Atkinson situation. He was there. He was the one who assaulted Samuel Leon Lawrence IV. He was the one who assaulted Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez is Wings. That's her real name is Lindsay. You guys probably heard me and Ed talking about her, and me and a few other people talking about her. That guy that I was talking about, Emery, he got Wings pregnant. The baby died, and she walked around Boulder, Colorado with a dead baby for 2 days in a snowstorm. You fucked her head up good. This is the kind of shit that we go through as homeless people, and you all feel it. Everybody who is a part of that homeless community felt that. All of us felt that loss. All of us hurt. When your heart hurts, it physically hurts. Mine physically hurts all the time. April typed, saw it moving but couldn't tell what it was. It was a really fucking tiny opossum. And I think it's still back there because it can't get out. I sealed it up too good. Bobby Red typed, you're a good man. Don't let anyone tell you different. They're going to say whatever they want. How do you want me to stop them? You want me to punch them in the face or duct tape their head shut? They're going to say whatever they're going to say, Bobby Red. just how it is. It's always typed, I know I can't do anything to change what already happened, but I just wish your life from this point gets better. You deserve a good life. Well, thank you. I hope it gets better too. It's already started to improve. I finally got my disability back. They never should have stolen it. Nobody should have to break the law to defend themselves. And every officer needs to be forced to wear a body camera. Every one of these institutions needs to have body cameras on, because these people, if you have the mentally ill tag, you are too easy to victimize. It is too easy for one of those hospital staff to do fucked up shit, because there's no sound. They can put their own narrative to it at any point in time. When I posted that video of the assault against me in the hospital, they didn't give me the body cameras. Why? Because they can't put their own narrative to the body cameras. The volume is there. Now, to the hospital ones, they can say whatever the fuck they want. You can't hear anything. But you can definitely see that security guard, that lady security guard, was so excited about what they'd done, she had to turn all the way around and smile right at the fucking camera. And that video from Clearview, where, by the way, they killed 2 people doing what it is that you called me a liar for saying that they did to me. They killed 2 people after that. Those 18 deaths, that's 2 of them. Those people would still be alive if people had listened to me and done something about that facility instead of drugging me and giving me the mentally ill treatment. Officer Waylon Lolatai, if people had listened to me instead of assaulting me and drugging me and locking me up and doing everything in their power to try to paint me as some sort of a villain who attacks police. He called me a liar, and that man got away with doing it 6 more times. He did it so blatantly to me and got away with it that it gave him a big goddamn head. And all of them cops who fucking broke the law to help him get away with it, they inflated his ego. And he assaulted 6 more people. When I spoke out about how I had been treated by the Boulder Police Department in August of 2018, 2 of those officers killed a man. Killed him. And made fun of him while they did it, the same as they were making fun of me while they were breaking the law. Killed him. That's another one of those 18 people. If something had been done about those officers immediately, instead of me having to get a civil lawyer to remove these people, I have to have money to hire a lawyer so that these people don't kill more people. Those deaths weigh very heavily on me. No, I didn't kill those people. Clearview killed those people. Boulder Police Department killed those people. Literally murdered them. Now, that boy that was murdered in Boulder by the police officers there, he was a college kid, so people actually cared. Tybor Day, a family, a wife, kids, so people actually cared. The woman that they killed, I don't even know her name. The one article I was able to find on it, it says that it has not been released. It's been well over a year since the woman was killed. You would think that in that time, at some point, they would release her name. But it's fine because police did this. And although only 2 of the officers were involved in killing that man, they got busted. They would have gotten away with it free and clear if that man hadn't died. But the way that they treated him was entirely unprofessional. It was antagonistic. It's use of fighting words, according to the police, just not when they do it. Yeah, it's one of the things the police used to do when one of our friends would fucking freeze to death. They'd come up and start making fun of our dead, frozen homie, calling him a bumsicle. Officer Steinman loved this especially. And you just have to take it. If you say one fucking word, they arrest you for use of fighting words. Turn off their body cameras and put whatever narrative they fucking want. Who's gonna stop them? You? Well, I don't have that power. I don't have that power. I don't have that power. Bitch, you do have that power. You have the power to stand up and speak up. You also have the power to hide in your bedroom and fucking pop pills for the rest of your life and wish you were fucking dead.